So I'm Grimsby town owner, and alongside Jurgen Klopp, last season we went and lifted the Premier League. A huge achievement for the club, but of course this year we want to go further, getting our hands on a Champions League title. Which of course won't be easy, as last season in the first knockout round, we were swept aside by Real Madrid. But hopefully with our spending money this year, we can go ahead and challenge in the final. As yes, people, I've got loads of faith going into season number 8, is this? I have actually lost count. It's been that many seasons. It's just gone out of my head right now. And yes, as you just saw, Jurgen Klopp is still in charge, but the budget, £134 million to spend, which is absolutely glorious, and we will assess this squad. But before we actually do that, you can see there is some kit changes, as these are what they look like this year. The first one, the home kit, of course, all credit goes to Billy, who made these. It's got white on the back. It's more white than black this year, and I actually like that fact. It's new. It's fresh. As speaking of very fresh, this is kind of like our royal kit, but instead of just being royal, in a bit of a royal blue. Really, really nice. And the goalkeeper one, I always love what Billy does with these ones. The polka dot kind of pattern. Pickford isn't the tallest, but if someone like Courtois was wearing that kit in a game, he'd get called a giraffe. As is that where we head first, because we have to assess this squad. Signings have to happen today, and then I will show you the calendar. But Jordan Pickford is 36-year-old. He's one of our lowest rated players when we flick to the highest ones. 90, 90, 89, and 89. The McAtee brothers are good, but they are running out of contract. Alex Scott, amazing. And I haven't seen the poll votes. It's not live whilst I'm recording, so I am going to have to wait till next episode. As yeah, this is the squad, and I am going to make it the best it can be, because of course we lose Marriott. So McAtee comes back into the squad. He was always going to anyway. And on our bench, we have to assess, because I think everyone stays apart from Marriott and me, Dink. Because this man, I almost forgot, I literally just had to halt my speech, wants to go out on loan or permanent. And me personally, I'm thinking permanent. At the age of 26, only 83 rated, we could actually get stronger on the bench. As speaking of getting stronger, our youth that we loaned out, you can see everyone's done decent, but one player that's still on loan, Cesar Guerrero. He's gone up to this year somehow. He's got to come back, hasn't he? Especially with us losing Marriott. I've gone ahead and spent our first bit of money right here, as could he be a striker? I mean, he does look a decent one. 98 finishing, 87 shooting. Right, we do need a left winger still, because this man's going to be a striker. As another player striking the exit door is Thompson, and we've got a lot of contracts running out, but we are going to leave them for now. Instead, first and foremost, going to Jurgen to see where he wants to spend my money in this upcoming window. Jurgen, you earned us this money from winning the Premier League, so I'm going to let you spend it on whoever you want to sign. But you know me by now, I'm a bit of a curious owner. So which position really do you think we should sign? Well, I think goalkeeper. Nothing against Pickford on the field. Actually, it's a bit more of a personal matter. He injured my defender, Van Dijk, with a horror tackle. And if we're to win the Champions League, I want it through our style of play, and that most certainly does not filter under it. Fair enough, Jurgen, I understand. It's going to be difficult though, as Pickford in our team is our vice captain. As yes, you can see, he's got the captain's armband firmly, because Tham is on the bench, and I don't think he starts anymore. So decisions, as the season's going to start with a very difficult run. We've got United and Chelsea. But also before that, yes, I do want to focus on the Premier League. I'd love to win it back to back, but I want to win another trophy. That Community Shield, which of course does count as one, as two bids in right here. Savage from United. Now, I know he's only a bench player, but with what we're trying to do, and I know he supports Manchester United, but Come on, we won the Premier League. I've gone ahead and rejected that one, but Mex Meerdink, a loan bid from Chelsea. I might put it a loan to buy, as of course we don't need him any more so. But Ewan Summers, I know he's not the highest rated, but you can see I'm trying to keep him here. This man's loyalty is never to be questioned, as could he be our winger? I mean, his shooting lets him down and pace, so I don't think I'm going to do that one. But one I am actually going to do. I know he is a youth player, but Ibrahim Bell to Brentford, now 20 years old, and we do have Cairns. But the first man out the door on a loan to buy to Juve, it is Mex Meerdink. He didn't want to go to Chelsea, and that's completely fair enough. They are in our division, and I would have rather not had him go there, as the next man out the door is Ibrahim Bell. But we need someone to come in. A goalkeeper, which of course can replace Pickford, as Jonas Erbig. He looks pretty decent. But the more I've done some scouting, the better players I've found, because Gregor Kobel, in his final year of contract, 32-year-old, still 4 years younger than Pickford, and a 90 overall, could add another one to our ranks. As I'm not going to be too cheeky, I'm going to offer 46 million, which they won't go ahead and accept. Savage in the deal, which of course we're not doing. I know he spoke of wanting to leave. We are going to speak to him again today, as 50.5 agreed upon with Tedic. That is a very good move. Jurgen Klopp to one of his old clubs. And our second Swiss into the team right now because of Schmidt, the left back. Goalkeeper, connection could be better now. As when you look statistically as well, Pickford's got better kicking, and if Pickford does what he did last season and Kobel's better, we should have a very good goalkeeper on our hands, as our team at the moment's looking very good as it is. But it seems almost immediately Pickford's called a meeting, not into the manager's office. He wants to do this outside of footballing hours. Boss, I respect you. I didn't respect you at Liverpool, and now I'm lacking again because of what you've done at the club. How dare you replace me, not only as vice captain, but in the squad after last season's terrific performances. You have lost my loyalty, and that is why I want to leave again immediately this time. I'm not going to sit on the bench. But Klopp goes, you've got no choice. I've got you cornered now, Jordan. Time to stand up and actually be a professional for once. Yes, you was good last season, and no, I don't like you either from my Liverpool days, but I respect you as a player. So respectfully, sit on the bench and wait for your chance. Because if you keep acting like this, that chance will never come. Not the nicest of chats, so to cheer myself up a bit, I want to see some fan reaction to our 90 rated. As the first tweet we see, a very positive message on Kobel, and the second one as well. It looks like our fans like this man, and hopefully we do, as well as Guerreiro still training as a striker, as we need to move on to winger. Okay, but before we move on and show you the winger I have in mind, he is from one of these teams, and you can probably spot them. I've just found out that Arsenal, and I didn't see last season, have got relegated to the Championship. What a weird move, as we're going to try and capitalise on Ander Barantexier, 83 rated. As let's enter the conversations, I want to offer 31 million. Now they're a Championship side. That's just unbelievable. What's more unbelievable is not only they turned down the offer, but Arteta's still in charge. Has he not been sacked by now? Very weird thing that I actually didn't realise as looking at their squad. A few very decent faces. As another one I'd really like, I mean, he is a bit much for a bench player, but Johan Bakayoko. If we could just delegate this, chuck that much money at him, see what they say, maybe we'll try and fit up some money for him. As in the meantime, the other player I had in mind is this man, Mika Götze. I've actually never heard of him. Now, I wouldn't have to delegate this one, I just have to pay his release clause, which I am going to do. In the meantime, Bakayoko's going on. And you can see it's going on for ages, Bakayoko. Optimistic, so instead we'll accept the wage offer of guts, as he becomes our third signing of the summer, or the second. I'm already thinking of making that third though, as adding this man to the bench almost completes it fully, but I'm looking at another midfielder. Sorry, Ewan Summers. And if you're wondering, no, our lowest rated player in the team is Wolf, and no, I am not touching him. He doesn't move anywhere. In fact, I've rejected bids and I've blocked bids as still 40 million. And this time they cannot reject us. Fabio Vieira, they've still got Martin Odegaard, but I just want this man. I know he's 30-year-old, but I've got to be honest. How many seasons have we got left? We're really pushing on, and in fact, this could be the final one, as I've offered 36. That should have been accepted. Weird amount of money actually chucked at Fabio Vieira, but he's here, signed, sealed, delivered, all our money gone. And I know on to bench players, in fact 2 of them, of course, but we've got Kobel in the goal, and we have to change Guerrero. As what's gonna happen to this young lad? He goes to an 83 rated at only 18. What a player. If we wouldn't have got rid of Meerdink, he would still be on loan at, what was it? One of the Spanish second division sides? I don't even know, as we are going to go into Brighton for the Community Shield trophy, the big 50 pence piece. And I was going to say before that, a chat with Charlie Savage, but we actually can't chat to him. He must be pretty pissed off, because we didn't let the Welshman go to Manchester United or any other clubs. But we need him here, as we are the team selected to be in our away kit, which is a weird one. And Brighton, not easy. They did beat us last time. Gave us a nervy ending. They've got Goncalo Ramos up front, but Pizarro with the ball early. We didn't do well last time at Wembley, losing to City in that dreaded FA Cup final. If we could make it this year and make up for it as McAtee. Nice little opportunity is now Schmidt to keep on running with it. He loves to just stay on this wing and try and cross at the right time. The Turkish left-back, though, I don't remember his name, but from the Euros, playing well as Forson, stopped by Caicedo, but given back to Brighton. Goncalo Ramos is now blocked, and Gabriel onto McAtee. We can break on them quickly. It is Scott, who I believe actually scored at the Amex. Tackled by Morato. They've got a solid team. Realistic like Brighton, taking all the bloody best players, the young good players like Morato, as Casado is through right here though. Our La Masia graduate, not the best at shooting, as Dewsbury Hall into the box. A terrible cross falls to McAtee. Oh my days, John. That was almost a screamer, especially at Wembley, as the corner in. Out towards Scott and back in to Matty Wolf, an original for Bruggen. Not a clever save, but the last one before halftime. As now we really do need to go and put on a show. Come on, 0-0 against Brighton. Yes, they have beat us before, but it should be better. Drilled across the deck by John. He should score soon if we just carry on what we're doing. A good tackle. McAtee now, he has to keep on running with it. Ball into Pizarro. Passed around to Scott, and Scott is not missing. That is his position. Filtering it below Verbruggen, who's been dreadful, dropping every single ball, but couldn't even save that one. Brilliant from ourselves, but we do need more assurance. That's a good ball round to Scott again. Oh, on his wrong foot. Close once more, and come on, we need to close this game off. We almost stole the ball off Igor. Around to Dan Neil, though, and Edison, he's tackled. Dewsbury Hall is away, and how does he pass it to Morato? That was the only option he couldn't take. KDH trying his luck, but maybe not the right time to do so. Little bit left in this game. Bailey through to Ramos. We've got to defend him, and if we do, we should be winning the Community Shield. Tillman's put it over, and we win the cup. Embarrassing from the American, as it's going to be Dewsbury Hall to actually lift the trophy. I mean, he wouldn't be my captain, but I guess he sort of is. I feel sorry for Matty Wolf. He should be lifting that trophy, but at least it's Grimsby. Very nice little addition to a trophy cabinet, as now, before we go into the season, 6 million in the budget. And that is quite important because when we scroll to contracts, you can see a lot of players actually running out this season. So let's renew, shall we? James McAtee, the first player. As that all looks good to me, we are going to have him for 3 more years. If we even go on that long, as the next player in the office is Laird. And also signed a few youngsters up. You may have seen them beforehand. Well, the ones we haven't signed up are right there. And it's Ewan Summers. He could leave at any point, so I don't know how I feel about that. Same with Charlie Savage. Probably should have sold him. But hey, I don't care. We'll get a big budget next season, and our squad, as it looks, is absolutely phenomenal and should be riled up and ready to take on our first game where we play Leeds United in the Prem. And let's see what we can do to them. Away at Ellen Road. Now, I love this stadium in the game. Our first chance half an hour in from a corner, Matty Wolf. Almost the OG, but still it's our second opportunity. Pizarro over the top. He's given into McAtee, closing in on goal, and if he could get it to the back post, you saw Pizarro sneaking in there, and we should have just fed it to him, but still, another opportunity before half-time going our way. It's John McAtee on the turn, and a brilliant tackle from Wober. Played well, actually, for Austria in the Euros, that man right there, as their first attack. And that is easy for us to clear for ours. Because, yes, we're getting another one. And come on, we need to win this game. Our first game in the Premier League as Premier League champions. Casado on the turn. McAtee should be through here. Where's he going? What's he doing? He's still fallen to Schmidt right here. Keeping the move alive. It is gluing to us somehow. And Pizarro to run around. Brilliant save by Meslier. Eventful opening day as now McAtee again with it. Pizarro actually through this time. Should it be missing? 1-on-1. And doesn't, of course. It is a goal for Pizarro. Get in there, Grimsby Town lads. I'll just take a 1-0 here. And that is what we do. A big win at Ellen Road. Yes, they're not the best team, but Ellen Road is tasty. Straight back to where we finished, top of the Premier League. We must have been the Friday night kickoff, don't mind it. As the next game, though, I don't mind. Man United at home. I might actually sim this, because I do want to play Chelsea. Chelsea on the 31st, and then we go into the next month, maybe Everton or Villa, but then we should see our UCL group. That means the most important thing, as only one thing before United, Austin Smith, the backup. He's going on loan to Leicester. Just an easy 1-year loan out, 12 months. Quite simple. I mean, he is third choice now. Pickford is still on the bench and will remain there till his end of footballing days. As can we beat Manchester United? A draw, but Guerreiro. His first in black and white as he's gone +6 this season. I'm actually half tempted to play him against Chelsea. But no, we cannot do it to the person who scored in the first game. Damian Pizarro is just a beast. Would love him netting here as bloody hell. It's our fault, to be fair. Why have we come in the away kit? We could have just worn the home kit. Need to watch my kits a little bit more often as Gellert. We're going to run inside to go here. Can the right back shoot on goal? I mean, it wasn't a half bad chance. And now McAtee, could he recreate it? No, he's going to give it to Gellert. Again, across the box. This time it's in. Oh my days. That is actually embarrassing. That is embarrassing for everyone involved with Chelsea. I know it's going bad, but look at this. Pizarro should never win the header and never should it go in. What is the goalkeeper doing there? Still, I don't care. I mean, Gellert, what a start to the game. Give him the ball again, because the amount of space he's got on this side is unbelievable. The keeper parries it again, and we just needed to be there to tap it home. But now their chance, it's only one player around us. Stop him. There we go, Gabriel. Easy block, but then it still falls to Sarmiento. Thought it deflected in, and what a bit of business. Sarmiento, granted, he's mainly a championship player at the moment, but still, he's got the opportunity. I'm shooting on every angle because this goalkeeper doesn't catch it. He just parries it as McAtee tries his luck again. Unlucky not to score has now hit this. Casado, it falls to our main man. Oh my days, the chance. That could have been beautiful as he's on the ball in this second half, looking for James McAtee. Not much involvement, but he's going to slow down a bit here. Try and put it into the middle, but the ball's just fallen back to him, and James into the top corner. 2-0 against Chelsea now. Doesn't matter about the minor kick clash. Brilliant little finish. 2-0 to the Mariners. And I believe with that goal, it's time for Guerreiro to come onto the field. Pizarro goes off. And also Fabio Vieira comes on. Didn't sign him for nothing as Casado finds McAtee. Is that Vieira in front? It is for 3-0. Only just on the field, sliding into the fans. That is a terrible effort from the goalkeeper. 3-0 Grimsby. As we are fairly superior, and see, we're not letting this clean sheet go. We need to keep it for Coble. Want him winning the Golden Glove, just like Pickford last year as Casado over the top right there. What a ball into Schmidt. We need someone in the middle. There's someone at the back stick who's just missed the header. Believe that was John McAtee, and I mean, he usually scores those. Doesn't really matter though. The final whistle is blown and Chelsea beaten 3-0 at home. Embarrassing. As Jurgen in the press conference asked about the business. Is there any more to do before the deadline today? He laughs it off saying no. I think we're mostly done right here. We just want to see our champs group because that is the most important thing. And Jurgen knows it. A man of my own heart. As oh my days, did I see Pasalic? He's leaving Sheffield. Oh my days, 87 rated, still going strong. I mean, I wish I would have seen him at the start of the window, but we've got McAtee. Or the McAtees, as one started stronger than the other. James has a goal. Pizarro's got 2 goals. And weirdly enough, Austin Smith, who we've loaned to Premier League Leicester at only 74 rated, is actually starting in the Premier League. Sure, he had a bad rating, as speaking of a bad rating, Evan Curry, playing for Grimsby in real life. I think we'll be getting rid of him. It is a loan to buy, of course, as the next game is Everton. We do get a 1-0 win right here. 'Twas Casado with the goal, and this has me interested. Charlie Savage in a swap for Christian Listes. I mean, I'll offer this guy a wage. I'm not going to speak to him. If it goes through, great, because Savage won't sign a contract. But then again, means that the club, we've got 3 backup cams as the game in the league against Villa 3-0. And that leads us to, of course, get the Champions League graphics, as the group we kick off with next time is as follows.